This is going to be my last video of the year, and in fashion so true to this channel, we're ending it hatefully. In my previous 3 videos, I used this intro to say that, opinions are subjective, there's no such thing as an incorrect opinion, we all have different opinions, I would love to hear your opinion. Hell no, this time around, because some of you all are so fucking stupid, this is objective truth. What I'm gonna say here is the most true thing ever. I am the best person at fashion, and I am always right. Fuck you. Well, fuck you to everyone except for the members of this channel. Yes, I want to thank all of these lovely people who have joined my channel membership thingy. They have seen this video before the rest of you, and once season 18 starts, they will be able to see my exclusive reviews of the episodes. So if you want to see that, you should also join my YouTube membership thing. But if you're not able to do that, you can like, subscribe, comment your least favorite looks on All Stars, and let's get right into it. Just like in all of the previous videos, we're starting with All Stars 10, and we're gonna work our way towards All Stars 1. Starting with All Stars 10's promo look, my least favorite look is from Cynthia Fontaine. I don't get this dress. Why are these frills going diagonally across from her, thus completely distorting her shape? Because you can see here that she's cinched and that she's padded and that she has that like classic hourglass figure with a bit of a mermaid gown down here moment. All of that is amiss once you add the frills. And then I don't like this wig with this. I also think it's a little too low on her head. Why does she have like light green contacts in? How does that add anything to the look? Honestly, I think this look would have been better with different hair and just without the frills. I mean, obviously. But then also, like, why these gloves? Why the lilac color? Why not keep everything in this sort of darker, bluey, purple color? But oh wait, oh my god, I just noticed that the actual frills go down all the way to the floor. They don't stop at the hips, so it's even worse now. Let's continue. For bracket 1's entrances, I actually liked all of their entrance looks. I cannot choose my least favorite one. I think that they were all really, really good. However, I definitely can choose my least favorite slits and tits look, and it is this monstrosity by Aja. Now, if I remember correctly, it was Suki doll that made this look for Aja, and I'm shocked that she did, because what is this? I know it's supposed to be Jinkx, like from Pokemon, not Jinkx Monsoon, but it's so clumsily made. I mean, the dress in itself, fine. I think this red is beautiful. I like the fabric used. I like the shape, and that it's a little unconventional. But then, like, why this wig if you're going for Jinkx? Jinkx is literally like a Pokemon with a cunty bob, maybe like a longer actually bob. Why this type of hair? Why are the tits out? And why are they out in this way where they have the sort of like nipple pasties be some like stones or jewelry or whatever? And why are they so different? Why couldn't she paint her body to be purple all over, like a proper purple color, instead of being so blotchy and in some places just coming off as white or gray rather? And then the tits are like purple, but even that purple is the wrong purple if we're doing Jinkx. And then her legs have fishnets there, which is like fine, but why is that the choice that you're making? This look could have been done so much better, but yeah, it just doesn't look good. And also, for a millionth time, we have an instance of a drag queen that has her tits start at the shoulders, which is like, that's not how tits work. Even kind of worse because Aja is a woman, like you should know where tits are, I guess. But like, if you're a human being that has ever seen a woman, you should know where tits are. Anyway, for the coming and going look, it's again Aja, and this one simply because this looks like it doesn't fit her right. It looks like it's made for maybe a bigger drag queen, and then on her it's just it looks like the outfit is wearing her, but not because like the outfit is spectacular, but rather just because the outfit is seemingly bigger than her. If she was going to go for this gold moment, I wish the gold of the boots went with the gold of the cape, or rather the train, and then that went with the gold of the outfit, or like the body part, and then the head dress thing that she's wearing. I wish it was all the same gold, because like this, it just looks disjointed a little bit, and the back of the outfit is like fine. For the makeover, my least favorite looks are by DeJa, and it's simply because they're a little too simple. DeJa's look without this sort of new delusion-y part, but like you can tell tell that it's not supposed to be New Delusion because look at her partner, but what is this piece of fabric that's like hanging on her hip and just like barely staying alive there? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, I wish her fleshy bits or the fishnetty bits of her outfit, like the green on her partner, I wish they were just like pink, and I think the outfit would have been immediately better. But then also, I wish she did not have the weird piece of fabric around her crotch area. Bracket 2 entrances. My least favorite entrance is Tina Burner's, simply because I think that this fabric is hard to work with, and in most cases it is going to look crinkly and not ironed or not steamed. I'm talking about the cape, but I'm also talking about the dress a little bit, because look at how the dress is puckering at the seams. Yeah, something about that is bothering me, and I also don't like the different fabrics used because they give you different shades of this like silvery, icy blue lilac color that is all over the outfit. And then also again you have that diabolically evil red ginger brown hair that's just, it's neither here nor there. And then for the next 3 episodes we have a Nicole Page Brooke sweep. So for the design challenge, Nicole's look, because what the fuck, I love that she put on like 5 different stars on her look and she was like, ah yes, an outfit made, that's it. Then for the little shop of horrors, I actually like the cactus bit. I don't think it's ideal, of course, because like, why are her hips so low? Why isn't this outfit so tight to her body? And then of course when she takes it off, it's fucking awful. And then for the Wild Wild West, what do you even say to this? She's wearing a random shirt and then just a very bad wig. Nah, make it all blue and black or all pink and black at least. For bracket 3's entrances, my least favorite entrance is by Cynthia Fontaine. It's a similar thing to her promo look. So you have a dress that can pass as good. I think that this dress is actually worse than her promo look, but then it's like, why all of the frilly bits that are adding volume to your size? Okay, you're the queen of hearts, but then like all of these cards, you're being a little too little with it. This collar is diabolical because it's not the same size on every size. Like, it's not perfectly circular. Burn your fucking wig if it's red hair. I think that the dress, it's starting to flare down a little too high up. Like, she's doing it right below the crotch instead of doing it like at the knee or somewhere around the knee. Yeah, this actually looks like it's made for or in a design challenge, and it's not something that should have been brought from home, you know? For the Wicked Queen looks, I guess I like all of them. I can't say that I dislike any of them, to be honest. And even originally, I chose Ginger's look as my least favorite just because it was the simplest. Like, even that look, it's not bad, you know? It's just basic. For the Miley runway, my least favorite look is Cynthia's look, even though I think that a lot of the looks on that runway were very poorly executed. But hers is, I think, the worst just because this outfit is a little hard to pull off, and I don't even think that the original outfit is that great. It's an attempt at a controlled mess, but it just ends up looking like a mess. And on Cynthia, it also doesn't really look that good because it does not fit her right. And technically, yeah, for bracket 3, it is also a Cynthia sweep because for the paper doll look, Cynthia, again, I think it's trying to look like a skirt that's made out of these materials and these balls, but it's not. They're just like hanging off of her and that's it. And then the top part is just a piece of paper that was like kind of crinkled a bit and it's put around her. The story that she told, yes, lovely, and I get all of that. It's barely an outfit, really. Then we get to the semi-final entrances, and my least favorite look is actually Aja's look. There's a problem with who this was made for, in the sense that it does not look like it's made for her, because the actual outfit in itself looks like it's too small on Aja. It's showing off her boobs, where I don't think that was the point there. And then the red booties are really bothering me because there's nothing red on the outfit to tie into that. The boots could have just been like brown or some sort of a beige or even black, and I think they would have looked better and it would have made the outfit look better. The wings that she has and the headpiece, I think they're very, very lovely, but it's the actual outfit, like the thing on her body, that is really bothering me because it's barely made for her. For the tiramisu, my least favorite look is Cynthia's look, just because the second bit, I don't think it's very well made. It looks like the fabric that's supposed to be the skirt is just tacked onto the corset, and the corset itself looks a little sad, like the top bit literally looks sad. But then also, why would you have the bow around your neck? What's that doing? And I'm talking about like the second part of the look. But even the first part, I don't like it because it's a little too messy. For the foiled again runway, I'm actually gonna give it to Ginger Minj. So her entire thing here was like, oh, now I'm skinny, so I'm showing you my bones. And it's like, maybe you're skinny by USA standards, but like by normal world standards, that's not thin or whatever. We're not gonna get into that. But this outfit in itself, yeah, I don't like the middle bit that's like supposed to be, you know, revealing and ribs, because like, why do you only have 6 ribs on each side? I don't think that's how ribs work. But then also, I think that this sort of hood that she has behind her, either actually make it a hood, like go Grace Jones with it, or just don't have it at all, because what is it supposed to be doing? I don't get it. I don't like this hair. I think it ages her so much, but I also think that it's too low on her head, so it kind of squashes her face. I also don't get why the sleeves and the dress down there why is there so much fabric there so that it's baggy? What's the point in that? I don't get it. I also think that the skirt part of the look is too low. I think it needs to be 10 centimeters up. See how on the left side of the photo, so that's Ginger's right side, but like on the left side of the photo, that part of the dress is higher. So I think that should start at the hip, and then I think it's supposed to end at this seam on the right here, where you can see like the clear separation of the corsety bit and then just her stockings beneath that. I think like that was supposed to be the idea of the look, but yeah, I don't think that she did it well, because if you look at it down there, it's still like, it's kind of like dragging on the floor, some parts of it, instead of just like hitting the floor. And also in general, I have a problem with queens drawing on moles. I don't think that they're pretty at all. Yeah, that's it. And from the finale, my least favorite look is Kerri Colby's look. I don't know why she chose this wig for this, or if this is just her actual hair, because you gave yourself a pageant queen loaf, but then you don't have enough hair to actually make it a loaf. So it's doubly bad. I also don't like this dress. I've never really got these sort of articles of clothing where there are cutouts from the shoulder and then like there's no sleeves and then it's just like in the middle part of your chest there's fabric there. I never got that silhouette. I don't like the frilly bits of the dress, and just in general this just looks really disjointed, because like the top part, okay, red, bottom part black, and that's it. There's no tie-in for the look. Yeah, and also she should not have been there, so that's also the thing. But my least favorite look from this season is Aja's Jinkx monstrosity. Maybe in concept some other looks were worse. You know, some design challenge looks were definitely worse, I would say, because they are barely outfits. But like, Aja had this made. Aja brought this from home. Aja came onto the runway knowing, like with a mirror, seeing herself in the workroom, and allegedly being a fan of Pokemon, and first of all, not getting the purple correct, not getting the hair right, not being able to properly paint her skin the said purple color. The tits are fucking awful, like they're criminal. My least favorite look from All Stars 9's promo is Nina West's look. Nothing too egregious about it, I just think it's too simple. But Nina's entrance look, I do really dislike, because it is a fucking attack on senses. I also don't understand why Nina, as somebody who has very wide shoulders, or broad shoulders rather, why does she add extra weight and extra volume on top of her shoulders? And this is not even like, oh, you're supposed to have like smaller shoulders. Like, no, do whatever the fuck you want, but like visually it looks like a reverse triangle, like a triangle where the top, and I mean, I'm talking about her shape here. It's not a very forgiving shape. It makes her head look really tiny, especially because she also has another loaf up there. And then this print is just not giving at all. But like, also, if you're gonna go for this, you know, clowny, pink, orange, white thing, why aren't the heels pink and orange? Like, why isn't one heel orange? For the signature look perfume thingy that they had to do, my least favorite look is actually Roxy's look. I just don't get this dress. I don't get the cutouts on it. I think her hair is too flat. I don't think this is also like a signature Roxy look. I don't get it. In episode 2, there was a ball. So first, for the monochromatic look that they had to present, it is Jorgeous and her insane weed brain, burnt brain thing that she keeps trying to present as a personality trait. It's weird ideologically, if you will, but then also this just looks like a bad outfit. The corset is so disjointed from the rest of the look. For for drag imitates art, my least favorite look is Nina West's look. So because she's doing Tom Finland, all of the other queens did like a specific art piece, and then Nina was just like, oh, Tom of Finland in general, like that aesthetic, I'm guessing. But then also I don't think that she did the aesthetic right, because she's not a muscly dude biker. Sure, there are like some bits of it, but like she like tried to make it femme, but like the point of Tom of Finland is not at its femme. It's like it's supposed to be like extra, like to the point of parody masculine. And where's the cock outline? And then for the look that they had to create there, the paintball look, again, it's Nina. Why do you have to go with rainbow? Like it just does not make sense. It doesn't work. Why didn't you pad your hips? Again, we have that sort of upside down triangle shape. The wig, even, like, I love a structural wig and I like that it's pop arty, but what? For A Tale and Two Titties, it is again Nina West. This is one of those moments where it's like, why are you trying to be a smartass about this? Okay, sure, you can be like, okay, a tail, the trace that it leaves behind, we call it a tail. Your two titties are like two planets, but like, why are planets titties other than like being round and that's it? Like, you know, like, you can tell that her thought process was like, okay, a comet's tail, and then it's like, oh, what do I do with the titties? Oh, I guess planets. And then like, okay, so her crotch is the sun. What? For the makeover, my least favorite group of looks is what Angeria and Chanel did with their partner. I think it's just too disjointed. They just look like three random drag queens that happen to be having a show on the same night at some bar. For the day to night looks, I'm giving it to Nina West. So first of all, the boobs, alarming. But then this dress is so nah. And then like, in order to send a message, you literally had to write the message on the look. No, you're supposed to send the message with the look. And I don't think that she did that. Again, we have the diabolically evil red hair, red, white, and blue again, or rather, this is even worse. It's just blue and red together. Hell no. The message being God is a drag queen. Stop trying to appease to the right people that believe in a magical man in the sky. Like, give it up. For the atomic blonde, again, it's Nina West. It's just a little too literal. Okay, so you're a bomb, but you're also blonde. Okay, sure. The mushroom cloud from the bomb, kind of in poor taste. Especially since you're from USA. Widow Weep, for me, my least favorite look is Jorgeous' look, just because it's too simple. For the make your own kind of music design challenge, my least favorite look, again, on principle, it should be Gottmik, because you people try to gaslight me that braiding fabrics is hard. It is absolutely not. You can try it at home, but it is a fine look. But the one that I actually do dislike is Chanel's look, because I don't think that the Christmas aesthetic and all of the colors that go with it, I don't think it's a lovely aesthetic, or it's not something that I like personally. I also think that this look and the colors that she used looks washed out. The dress, how do you even call this? What is this material on her shoulders and on her hips? Either way, she's still like kind of whitening herself in places where she should not be whitening herself. Yeah, I think it's just like a little too kitschy. Then for the Pearls runway, it is again Jorgeous. This look is a little too simple, but also I don't think that this dress is made well. It looks again like something that's made for a design challenge or at a design challenge. And also like the pearls, you have them in your hair, but then your hair is, and like the wig line is too low on your head, but then also the pearls are just like tacked on there, like they're not the concept. There's no concept to the look, you know, is what I'm trying to say. If she went with this Bride of Frankenstein hair, go fully Bride of Frankenstein. From the lip sync smackdown, I did say that I'm going to try to avoid the performance looks, but yeah, how do I not mention this look by Nina West? So bad. In so many ways, I don't have to explain why. And for the crowning looks, my least favorite is yet again Nina West's look. The top part, sure, fine, the corset, okay, I can go for it, but then why is that darker than the skirt? Shouldn't it be the other way around? I don't get the little sash thingy that she has over her shoulder there. Did she really need these giant fuck off earrings? I don't think so. I mean, maybe it's because of the angle of the photo, but you know when you see a drag queen and you're like, oh, that is a wig plopped onto your head. This is what it looks like. This skirt is just too fucking messy. My least favorite look from this season is Nina West's lip sync, smackdown, Lollapalooza, whatever look, because just like, there's not one good thing here. Not one good idea here, to be be honest. All-Stars 8. My least favorite promo look is Mrs. Kasha Davis's look. Now, I don't think that this is awful, but there are some bits that are bothering me. Orange hair with purple, hell no. The catsuit sort of thing that she's wearing, I don't like that it does not go down into a complete like sock over her foot. I don't like that her foot is exposed like that. But I also don't really get the bit around her hips, and I guess it's there to tie in with the part of fabric that's there on her tits, but I don't think it needed to be there. There are too many fabrics working here because you have, okay, the sort of catsuit fabric, but then you also have a different fabric for the corset, but then you also have this shiny fabric, but then you also have the ruffles in the back. It's, you know, it's a little too much. Maybe throw away one or two of them. For the entrances, my least favorite entrance look is Lalari's look. I just think it looks messy, and honestly, given that she did have a glow up for this season and that she did have some really good looks on this season, well, not really good, but like good looks on this season, I think this is deceptively giving Lalari from season 13, which like she's not that anymore. She is better now. For the ball first, for the famous Den look, I chose Darienne Lake's look. Again, we have the orange hair with purple. Well, this is more blue and the orange is a little more red here, so it's even worse. I just think that this is an ugly look. The skirt, why is it doing that? What is it with this cape? Why the thing around her neck? Why the corset? Why did you add the light things to the corset to actually widen you while also trying to cinch you? Then for the famous now look, it is Lalari's look, because oh, haha, she's naked and we're making fun of OnlyFans and sex workers, or we're referencing that. Maybe not making fun of it, but like referencing it. So then why don't you just do it naked? Wouldn't that be more fun? Why are your tits starting at your fucking shoulders? Why this wig? Not All-Stars worthy. And then for the famous forever, I chose Mrs. Kasha Davis's look. So, okay, I actually like this coat and I like the richness of the purple in the look, but I think that she needed to cinch it a little more. I wish the sleeves were not that transparent. Maybe the look was not made for her. It looks like it's too small for her because the sleeves end way before they should be ending at the wrist. And then this wig, I actually like it, but I wish it was just a tiny little bit higher up on her head. For the Net Gala look, I chose Mrs. Kasha Davis's look because I think it's a fucking mess. Why the skirt? I mean, the little black skirt that she has on there. I'm actually fine with the net thing, even though I do think it's a little poorly made. I think it should be going all around her, or maybe just like be there in the back and be fuller. Why this pink, red, violet corset thing with the shoulder pads, but then also why this orange peachy hair with it, but then also why so many butterflies here? Like, okay, you're trying to be like catching butterflies in the nets, but then also like, no. I just think that this is poorly executed and styled. Then we have another ball in episode 3. So first for the legendary looks, it's again Mrs. Kasha Davis. God damn it. The wig is too low on her head and the dress is just a little too meh. Then for the fruity look, I actually really dislike Heidi and Closet's look. When she puts her legs together, it does look like a strawberry down there, sure. However, when she's walking and when her legs are not like tightly together, it's just not giving. It's just, like, what? It does not fit her tight enough where it's supposed to be fitting tight enough. I also don't know how you could salvage this with the hair because I don't like this light pink with it, but then what other color would you go for? Maybe like not a blonde because that would add another color there. I don't know. I don't think this is a good choice, you know? And then for the looks that I had to create there, I mean, Kasha Davis. Do I even have to say why I think that this is bad? For the As the World Turns look, so I've talked about how the looks where drag queens have their tits start at their shoulders piss me off. Why does Kandy Muse's ass start at her mid-back? Like, why does it start at her waist? What is this? For the Reveal Yourself, I chose Jessica Wilde's look, mostly because of this middle bit here, and I don't like the wig. For the Grace Jones Runway, my least favorite look is Jaymes Mansfield's look. Oh god, so many wrong things here. Well, copper bodysuit, and then the red boots, whatever, and then all of the different furs together that had other looks, and then also the hood thing that adds another thing, and then the wig. I don't know, I think that this just looks ugly, and I think that it's a badly executed stupid look. For the Miss Fill in the Blank, it's absolutely Alexis Michelle. So listen, people are like, oh, I don't kink shame. I do. Why are you saying openly on national television that you like piss and shit and that stuff turns you on? What the fuck? Like, ignore the bottom part of the look. Wow, what a beautiful look. Alexis Michelle yet again looks very beautiful. Sure. And then you see the bottom bit that she literally said was like, oh, it's supposed to be like stained from shit and piss. Go to hell. For the winner design challenge thingy, it is LaLaRie's look. I mean, the dress, I think it has some potential. Like, there's some minimal potential there, but it's mostly because of this fucking wig. For the Snow Bunny look, I guess Kandy Muse. I like all of the looks here, really, but you know what's bothering me here? It's the fact that like her tights and the new delusion does not match her skin up there, and it just looks disjointed. That's it, really. For the makeover, my least favorite look is actually Jimbo's look and her partner's look, but it's simply because I don't like these dresses. They're not really to my taste, and I think they're too simple, and also these wigs I think should be burnt. Well, actually they shouldn't, because they look very plasticky, and that would be bad for the environment. And from the finale, my least favorite look is this monstrosity by Kandy. The screenshot is very low quality, but maybe that is a good thing in this case. My least favorite look from All Stars 8 is LaLaRie's famous now look, because like, how do you miss the point so much? Okay, you're famous now because you're on OnlyFans. Yes, sure. But like, you executed this poorly, and you're not even naked. And then it's like, OnlyFans. Okay, sycophant, go off, I guess. And then this wig. Awful. I don't like it. Going into season 7 of All Stars, I'm pretty sure I know which queen I'm going to feature the most here. The queen in question is the one whose promo look is my least favorite, and yeah, it's Jinkx. I don't think that this is a bad look per se. I just think that in comparison to all of the others, it's the most understated, the concept is the most lacking, and not really All-Stars worthy to me, I would say. My least favorite entrance look is by my absolute goddess, Yvie Oddly. There are a lot of looks by Yvie on All-Star 7 that just seem a little unfinished and not really up to par with the other queens' looks. For example, this entrance look. It just looks kind of messy, and I don't like this tiger print that's yellow and purple, but then also you have a darker purple in the outfit and a different shade of yellow, but then also you have a similar tiger print that's yellow and silver in the bodysuit. And then this hair, I don't think it's voluminous enough. I think it needs more hair in there to make sense. But also, I don't think just in general this outfit makes sense. Yvie's look for the I'm Crowning runway is also my least favorite. Some of you all did clown on me by saying like, oh, I'm Crowning, it's considered one of the best runways. Listen, do I think that there are objectively good looks there? Yes. Do I like them the way that they are? No, just because, that's like my opinion. Shocking, I know. But my least favorite one is Yvie's. Again, compared to all of the other ones, I think this one is the least cooked. If she wanted to go for the crayon, which by the way, I actually like the pun there, like how there are some people that think that crayon and crown are pronounced the same. I mean, maybe that is her concept, maybe not. But I wish it was just more, just bigger. And that's really my biggest complaint with this outfit. In episode 2 for the pleasure principle, again, it's Yvie. Okay, I see what she was going for here, like maybe going to a convention, maybe she's just cosplaying a character. I like that her hair is also pleather, or this plasticky material, but I don't really like the outfit. I like this blue color, but not where it is in the outfit. And I wish, let's say, instead of it being black, red, and blue, I wish it had been just black and blue. There's just something about these two very strong, vibrant colors together that doesn't really work for me. But I wouldn't say that this is a bad look. I would just say that this is, again, my least favorite look. Like, that's what we're doing here. Now, in episode 3, there was a ball, and going into it knowing that the first category is Vanna White, I was like, well, how am I going to choose this? But Yvie, because all of the others looked really elegant, and they actually did look like Vanna White. I don't think Yvie really did this right. I don't think the dress is good. Either part of it, either the top part with this dark green and the print on it, nor the skirt that's just like flopping down there. there. And then this wig is horrendous. Then for the coming and going, or no, that's not coming and going. Wait, what was the actual? Never mind. But the runway category where they had to make a portmanteau name and then present that on the runway. My least favorite one is Bob the Drag Queen Elizabeth by Monet. Because why is this Bob the Drag Queen? Why? Because she has the paint dripping down her forehead like Bob did on season 8. Sure, but that's not a Bob the Drag Queen thing. Yeah, that's a Lee Bowery thing. It's not a Bob the Drag Queen thing. And literally looking at this outfit, I'm like, what else here is supposed to be Bob the Drag Queen? She's just wearing like a coat without the sleeves, a nothing dress, and then just like some accessories. Yeah, very understated. You could have done so many things with Bob the Drag Queen Elizabeth. And for the looks that they had to design and create, it's of course going to be Jinkx's look. I don't think it's bad. The way that Jinkx presented it is not that great. And sometimes you gotta give up the ginger hair, the ginger wigs rather, depending on what you're wearing, because all of these different purples, one that's more blue, other that's more pink, with orange hair, it just doesn't work. For the Spikes runway, I'm giving it to Raja. It just looks messy. Raja has these looks, she had them on season 3 as well, where she just has a lot of things on and the material used for the said looks, it just kind of looks cheap. Maybe it's not cheap, but just it looks crinkly, it looks undefined. And this look, for example, I hate the sort of beigey body thing dress that she has on. I think the spikes are all over the place and seem like they were just put on there to be on there. I don't like the purple lip. I don't like this cape with it. Like, I think this has too many accessories. And I mean, even the headdress just kind of looks like, I don't know, haphazardly created, even though I know none of this was half-assed in creation, but it's something about the presentation that just looks messy to me. Or the Veiled It runway in episode 5, I gave it to Monet because you don't have to be a smartass about everything, just wear a fucking veil. Why are you wearing a cage? For the Dolly runway, similarly to Vanna White, I was like, well, how am I going to pick Shay? It's the wig and kind of the makeup. But also, it is kind of unfair that you have so many famous white women runways on Drag Race where not all of their contestants are white, and it's unfair towards any queen that's not white. They need more queer icons of color for these specific runways. I mean, I'm saying that, and then what I'm going to say is not going to make sense with that, but like, how haven't they done 1,000 Nights of Britney? Yeah. My favorite celebrity of color, Britney Spears. Oh my god. In episode 7, they redesigned some of Ru's looks, and my least favorite one is Evie's look. It just does not look finished. It looks a little messy. I don't like this mix of colors. It's giving me Tina Burner. It also looks very disjointed, all of these 3 pieces that she has on, and I hate the necklace. That's it. For the Needy Needy Bang Bang, the only look that I did not like is Monet's look. There's that moment of a grown adult trying to look like a kid, but not in a campy way. She's trying to look like a kid, but also she's trying to make it look sexy. And it's weird. Please, just don't do it. I think the outfit is a little too simple compared to what everybody else wore. And I hate this wig. I hate this type of these tiny little curls that are like really heavy and just fall and have no volume to them. I don't like it. Like, maybe I think that's maybe like my least favorite type of a hairstyle, but maybe I'm just saying it now because I'm seeing this look. I also don't get why she went with neon yellow nails with this. It's again just like a styling thing. But then also these little booties with this outfit does not make sense. And she tried to, I guess, make it all work together by putting these little pom-poms on them. No. In episode 9, they did the reveal for the What Lies Beneath runway. My least favorite looks are actually by Jaida because she did winter, spring, summer, autumn. Yeah, I mean, I like the concept, of course, but I don't know. It's again one of those moments where it's like, I think you're thinking a little too far ahead. With these reveal outfits and reveal runways, the looks often don't look that good because they have to be of cheaper quality or like of worse quality because it has to be able to be concealed in other outfits, and thus the styling styling and the accessorizing, it's not going to always be good, which I think is also one of the things that Jaida is missing in these outfits. For the all glowed up runway, my least favorite look is by Trinity. It just looks too much. And why did she go for these colors and the sort of, however you want to call these things that she's wearing on her back and the lights that are on her back? I don't know, it just looks kind of messy. And from the finale, my least favorite look is, of course, this nightmare of a look by Trinity. It's kind of funny because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I should give this my least favorite look of the season. I should call it that because this is something that she had prepared and ready and she was like, yes, I'm going to put this on my body. And it's so bad compared to other looks that, for example, they had to make there or whatever. But I'm like thinking it's either going to be this or Evie's Vanna White look. Let me see which one pisses me off more. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Evie's Vanna White look. You have a very clear reference and you fuck it up this much. Okay, listen, at least Trinity's outfit, you can see that there's like a concept there. It's a very ugly concept, but like there's something there. So yeah, Evie is taking it for this season with her Vanna White look. Starting with season 6's promo, my least favorite look there is Pandora's look. I don't like this clear separation between the pink dress and the red, orange, yellow coat. It just kind of looks disjointed. Least favorite entrance look, I mean, of course, Ginger Minj. Why did she think this was okay? Why did she think this was a good choice? Oh, I'm a glamour toad. First of all, what does that mean? Second of all, stop saying it. Third of all, don't do it. In episode 2, they had a ball, and first for the blue collar look, I chose Trinity K. Bonet's look because it's literally just like what a worker would wear. Not to be that person, but like where's the drag in it? Like where's the fantasy in it? What are we doing here? For the blue jean look, I chose Silky's look. Maybe it's the way that she shaped herself. It's making her look like she's floating here. It's something about the way that she styled it. Or maybe it's even just like the outfit because, okay, so you have these red tassely things that are making it look like there's like a circle around her, like a cloud maybe. And so her body is just like kind of floating. Like it gives you that effect. But then like the actual outfit, like the floating thing, if you will, it's so basic. And look at the way that she created the tits. It just looks not well made. And I think that this hat needed to be a tiny little bit bigger. Like it's not an awful look, it's just a little confusing. And from the design category, my least favorite look is Pandora's look. She looks a little crazy. Why this white face makeup with all of this blue? It like kind of makes her look dead. I've learned that I don't like these dark blue tones with specific fabrics. The top of it, I think it's very messy and it's too busy, but like the bottom of it, I actually think it looks really nice. Like this outfit looks lovely gal fine from like waist down, but then from waist up, I think it's a mess. In episode 3 for the Voodoo runway looks, my least favorite is Pandora's look. She chose to redo her look from the first episode of All Stars 1 where she and Mimi and Ferrah had to wear similar looks. I liked her look in All Stars 1 episode 1 because it is like a nice collaboration between her and Mimi's style, and the shades of blue and green that she used there with the hair especially did actually look kind of pretty. Like, okay, yes, they were a little harder on the eyes and they were not supposed to be that glamorous. It's supposed to be a little more like hee campy comedy. They still looked good. Here, it's the combination of colors that is bothering me because she looks like moldy water. The dress is the water and the green stuff is the bacteria growing on the surface of the water. And also just like this dress, I don't think it's well made. Look how the middle bit is kind of too low, exposing the undergarments. Maybe that is the point, but I don't know. The sleeves are not fitted to her, and then the bottom of the dress is just like falling down without any structure really. And I don't like this hair with it either. Why is the makeup too dark? It needs to be lighter. For the frills runway, my least favorite look is by Yara Sofia, because when I look at this, I don't really think frills. It's a pretty nice gown, but like if I saw this, I wouldn't think frills, and I also don't think that the gown looks like it's fitting her hairstyle and her makeup. I also don't think that she needed the cape with this. For the patterns runway, it's yet again going to Pandora box because what the fuck? Okay, sure, yes, a lot of queens did different, like literally like patterns, or it's going to be different clashing patterns kind of, but she went with clashing patterns plus like patterns on a dress. dress, but somehow the execution here just doesn't work. On the dress, she uses sort of pastel colors. They're kind of like off primary colors, but with some also colors added like pale pink and the lilac. But then like her hair is this painfully red color and the wig looks too small on her head. And again, her makeup is too harsh. It needs to be lighter with this kind of a look. And the dress seemingly looks like it's not made for her height. There's just something wrong here for me. For the oh my god runway, my least favorite look is Kylie's look. Because how is this goth? Okay, you're wearing black and it's goth? Question mark? The weird thing is, I like the idea of her hair being goth. I don't know how accurate that is. Because, like, to me, this hair will always and forever be Mel B. Mel B, I wouldn't really call a goth. And also, I think the wig is too small for her head. Oh, you're a god because you added, like, a black cross onto your outfit. And you're going, wow. Like, what? No. Come on. For the tropic look, I gave it to Eureka. I just think it's a dumb outfit. Like, okay, you were told tropic and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be a beach ball because herky-derky, I round, herky-derky. Be glamorous, maybe. Be cunty. Be feathers. Be beachy. Be whatever. Like, no. And also, why this hair with this look? Why would you not have the hair have the colors from the ball? Would that not make any actual, like, more sense? For the pop art runway, I hate to say it, but Raj O'Hara, sometimes when you take one color and you mix different shades of it, like she did in her Drag Tots look, it can look really good because, let's say, they are, okay, different shades of a certain color, but they're like in the same vicinity to one another. Here, I think it's just too many colors. So you have the dark blue on her boots with light violet, but then you have a darker bluish purple coat, but then the hair is dark purple, more red color, but then she has the Nude Illusion that does not actually match her actual skin. That's not actually Nude Illusion. I think it's too colorful, which, okay, yes, I know maybe for the runway team it makes sense, but it can make sense, but I can also dislike the outfit. For the Drag Tots, my least favorite look is Trinity K. Bonet's because, I don't know, something feels weird about this. Is it the ears that are lopsided and too big? Maybe. Is it the face makeup that makes her look really, really sad? Maybe. Is it the unnecessary weird strips of fur on her outfit instead of like having more strategically placed fur? Maybe. Is it because the fur looks plasticky? Maybe. Is it the blonde wig with this instead of maybe not having a wig or like having like a slicked back pussycat wig? Maybe. It's one of those things. For the fashion fails, literally choose whichever one you think should be the worst, and I will probably agree with you, but just don't choose Kylie's because I chose that as my favorite one. I don't know, it's a weird category to judge. And in the finale, my least favorite look is Kylie's look for the All-Stars Hall of Fame. Without the lip syncing later, this is what she would have been crowned in. And I'm so fucking tired of these idiots on Drag Race trying to promote patriotism about the USA when that country has done nothing good for anyone who is not a white straight man. And even that, old white straight man. Like, why would you as a trans woman be proud of the USA? It's so fucking stupid. Also, I just don't like the outfit because it's too fucking simple. Red, white, and blue is not often a good color combination, and I don't think it was used correctly here. I don't get why she has these bits on her hips that are, I guess, posing as a skirt so that she's just not wearing like a little bodysuit for what would have been a crowning look. Why silver and why copper? Maybe it's just coming off copper in this photo, but because it's clearly like a little more red, but like why? What is the point in that? My least favorite look from All Star 6 is Ginger Minj's entrance look. I think it's absolutely fucking disgusting. I don't know how she thought that this was a good idea to bring onto the show, and on her second ever All Star season, what are we doing here? Season 5 honestly did not have that many good looks. Starting with a promo, which is also their entrance looks, my least favorite look is by Mariah. I don't get this. First of all, the color combination. Why would you go for black, iridescent purple, white, white, yellow, and orange, and then cotton candy pink hair. I don't like this bodice sort of part of her look where it's just like it looks like an egg and it widens her instead of being cinched there at the waist. I don't think like even without it, I don't think that the look would work. I think it would have been obviously better because, you know, I think that this bodysuit that she's wearing underneath it is pretty cunty. Nothing too special, but, you know, still cunty. And like the wig, why this wig with that? Like, imagine if it was just the bodysuit with a blonde or even like a black wig. Yeah. In episode 2, they had the Love the Skin You're In runway and India Ferrah, because is she saying that she's all of these skin colors? Well, I mean, what a confusing outfit. I mean, not as confusing as Blair St. Clair's, but like, I actually think that outfit is cool and I like it, but I don't like this outfit. Everything is like connected to the red heart because, oh my god, we should all love each other. Irrelevant to our skin color and all that, which, like, yes, what a lovely message, but like, we all know that, we already know that. Go tell that to people that don't know that. For episode 3's 3-in-1 look, I gave it to Jujubee because all of these looks are very underbaked, they look very cheap, and while I do appreciate the jokiness of it all, girl, give it up with Christian holidays, like the Halloween, lovely, let's do that. The other things, no. For the camo runway, they all pissed me off, so yeah, like, choose which one and I would agree with you, but I will mostly agree with you if you choose India Ferrah's look, just because I don't get this one. The camo that goes a little too light, so, you know, with these light green blotches on it, yeah, I don't, it's kind of like draws me out of the fantasy. But then the most egregious thing that I have here is why would you do red hair with this? It looks bad. For the prom queen runway, it's actually going to go to Shea Coulee. I know some of y'all are going to be like, oh my god, how this is such an avant-garde blah 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 look. You know what, sometimes, just sometimes, maybe don't try to reinvent the wheel. I don't like this color combination. What is she trying to do? Like, is it blood? Is it like paint? Is it flowers? Is it roses? Is it like, what is it? Whatever it is, I think it's too much. For episode 6's country look, so first for the country cousin, I mean, it's Alexis Mateo. Oh my god. This dress, this wig, this little tiny red wig, no, does not look good. Oh my god. And then for the design one, which I'm shocked she won, Ms. Cracker, because like, it's so simple. And Alexis Mateo did pretty much this exact same idea, but I mean, not the exact same, but like, she did a pretty much same design thing, but like, she made it so much bigger and so much more, not extravagant, but intricate. This just looks really fucking simple. Yeah, this bunch of queens, not very good when it comes to looks. Definitely a some star season. For the freak runway, my least favorite look is Shay's look, because what is freaky about this? Like, how are you gonna be out freaked by Blair St. Clair? And from the finale, my least favorite look is actually Mayhem's look. Now, I don't think that it's a bad look at all. I just think that compared to all of the other looks that we see there, I think it is the most casual. And we're assuming that this is what she would have worn like for her crowning or like for her final runway. Why would you wear a crown when you're supposed to be getting a crown? These sort of like leisurely pants sort of a look. I don't know about it, and I don't like the necklace. My least favorite look from All Stars 5. I'm torn between Alexis Mateo's country cousin look and Jujubee's second look for the 3-in-1 look. But like, you could kind of make an excuse for both of those because one is supposed to be a jokey look and another is supposed to be a 3-in-1 look, so it's like cheaper. Actually, no, you know what? It's going to be India Ferrah's Love the Skin You're In look because it's just so confusing. It's too much. It's also like excluding most other skins. This is literally like USA's definition of like people. It's just black and white people, and that's it. So stupid. Season 4, starting with their promo looks, my least favorite look is by Latrice Royale, because what is this milady pose? Second of all, look in general, like, is she going Manila? You know what I mean? I made a joke on Twitter like 75 years ago, please laugh. But also just this gown, I don't like it. The sleeves, the poofy parts are a little too low. I think it needed to be higher so that most of her arm is actually really tightly sculpted by the sleeve. Her boobs are like too far apart. I hate these earrings. I hate the blonde hair with this look. I hate the red lip with this look. And the skirt of this dress just like poofs down, and yeah, that's it. It doesn't do anything interesting. My least favorite entrance look is actually Monet's look. I think all of the looks for All Stars 4's entrances were good to great, literally good to great. And I think Monet's look is good, but compared to all of the others, I think it's just a little too simple. And that's it. But I still like the look. For the elegance after dark, it is going to Gina Gum. Yeah, this dress looks like it doesn't fit her. It doesn't look like it was steamed or ironed properly. I think that this hair needs to be maybe a little lighter with these colors. I think it's a little too aggressive, especially with her skin tone. I don't think that this hot pink fuchsia color works. And then, like, why is it mixed with light pink in there? Why not just go with silver? I think the silver stripes would have looked much better. Like how she said she has up there, though. Up there, it is like light pink as a base, but then it's stoned. And then down there, it's not stoned. So maybe it should have been stoned all the way through. There's just something visually off with this look. The poof of the dress, it's hitting a little too high. It's hitting like mid-thigh, a little underneath the crotch. If you're gonna do that much of a poof, it needs to be at the hips, or she could have just gone for a lower thing and like let it hit below the knee, or let it flow just below the knee or at the knee. Whatever. Hate these earrings also. For the boots runway, it is also going to be Gina Gum. It's a little half-baked. The coat is not draggy enough for me. I think it needs to have a little more volume to it. The shorts, maybe with a different look. But then, like, you can tell that these boots were not made with this top part in mind. She has these awful fucking earrings, and I hate them. The hair is too flat for this. The boots, they look like an afterthought pretty much. I don't even know what she was going for here. Yeah, what was the point of this look? For the curves and swerves runway, I'm giving it to Latrice Royale just because, like, this is what she would have worn for pretty much any category. If somebody was like, hey, Latrice getting drag, she's going to be like, oh yeah, this. And like, yes, you're going to say, oh, but she's curvy and swervy because like that's just her body shape and all that. But like, okay, everybody else had something interesting in their execution. This is not interesting at all. It's pretty boring. For the Lady Bunny roast, which was supposed to be just like their funeral looks, Mo Hart. If this had been a runway, she would have worn this on the runway. Like, it's so bad. I mean, okay, haha, funny look. Or maybe she ended up switching it maybe on the spot so that she could be a priest. But also, like, your religious drama, maybe, do that somewhere else. I don't need to see that. For the Angelic White runway, I actually like all of the looks. For the Plastique runway, again, Mo Hart. I just think it's a little understated. I think it needs to have way more fun bits to actually work. I hate this wig with this. That's it. For the makeover, it is again Latrice Royale and her partner. Why did she do this to her partner? Why does her partner look like she's pregnant, but like trying not to look pregnant? And actually, like, Latrice's gown, I think, is really beautiful, but what her partner is wearing is awful. Why does her partner have black, what are they, like gloves or like body covering thing, and then the legs are just like bare? I don't know, dude. For the Kitty Cat Couture, again, Latrice Royale. This might be like one of the ugliest dresses that we have ever seen on Drag Race, and this is my least favorite look from this season, because what the fuck? She was like, oh, Kitty Cat. Oh, so it's going to be like a little bit of a airbrushed white tiger print, but also a little bit of airbrushed leopard print, but then also let's just like airbrush a lion onto this dress, and then also maybe like some antelopes, and then also like a safari. What the fuck? Where's the taste here? What is her taste, actually? And from the finale, my least favorite look is Trinity's performance look. Usually, I do avoid going for the performance looks because, like, they'll just wear whatever they're comfortable in, whatever they can move in and all that. But, like, other queens' performance looks were a lot better. Like, they were actually like, good looks. And other looks that we saw in the finale, I think, were very solid. So, yeah, I had to go with this performance look by Trinity. But yeah, like I said, my least favorite look from this season is Latrice's is Kitty Cat Couture because this is very bad. For All Stars 3 in the promo, my least favorite look is Kennedy Davenport's look. This is going to be a throwback to my did All Stars 3, or rather why All Stars 3 did not work video, where in that one I mentioned that I did not like Chi-Chi's and Kennedy's looks because gold and red like this does not go well together. And then people were like, oh my god, so you're racist, so you're saying that Chinese people that mix red and gold, that it's not good. And I'm like, you're pulling something that I never said there. What I'm saying is that gold, when it has accessories of red, I think it looks gaudy, especially this shade of red that's like brown orangey more so. On the other hand, red with gold looks very lovely and very rich. But gold, especially like this, is this lame? I think it's lame. This lame with a lot of these like weird stones all over the look, with the heavy necklace, with the heavy headwear, with the nails. The nails are actually cool, but like the nails are just like on one hand, with these cuffs, with the chains in the head, and just like this weird one little braid that she like twirled around her head and then like let it drop. It's like, it's too busy and it just looks very gaudy. For the entrances, again, Kennedy's look. What was she trying to do here? So okay, she's a disco ball, but she's also carrying a disco ball, but also the thing that is where the sparkly bits are on the disco ball are yellow. And then also this hair. This hair might be like my favorite thing about the look. And then she also kind of has a mask out of it. What was the thought process here? I don't think there was one, actually. For the redo runway in episode 2, my least favorite look is actually Torgy's look. I don't think the neon runway was the one that she needed to redo from her season. But to be fair, Torgy's looks on season 8 were actually all pretty good. Like even her neon runway was pretty fine. But I think that this is a downgrade of a look. The actual outfit, I don't think it fits her. I hate how she has this piss green yellow underskirt and that fabric is just awful. I don't like that she has this sculpted headpiece instead of the cool hair that she had when she did the neon runway. Yeah, I don't think this is an upgrade at all. I think this is a very, very big downgrade. For the wigs on wigs on wigs runway from episode 3, it is Shangela's look. Because, okay, you don't have to think 75,000 steps ahead for every look. And I also think that this green is very ugly. I mean the green in the wig. Why does she have white gloves? Like slightly transparent white gloves. And I hate this dress with it. It's supposed to be Nude Illusion, but it's clearly not. For the flowers runway, I actually like all of the looks, and I don't think any queen did a bad job in that runway, especially with that prompt in mind. For the Studio 64 design looks, actually, it was between Aja and Shangela. While I do appreciate Aja's references and how she like went with multiple references in her look, and the actual look, meh. And I would even say that maybe Aja's look looks worse than Shangela's, but like what was Shangela trying to do here? Honestly, if she had just had the tassely dress without the 3 vinyls on the dress, I think this would have been much better. Maybe it would have kept her out of the bottom too, who knows? And I don't like that she wore these gloves, because like the hair with the gold tassely dress, not with silver shoes, but you know, let's maybe ignore that for now. I think it looks good, even with the weird fascinator that's like on her head. I think that this look I chose just because it pisses me off, because it was so easy to be fixed, but she just like didn't do it. She went overboard with it. From the Kitty Girls episode, my least favorite look is Kennedy's look. Who is this 60-year-old woman in a girl group? What are we doing here? The outfit in itself I don't like. I don't like that somehow was able to make silver, which I think almost always works, not work. And how did she manage to use different shades of silver? That's so hard to fuck up. The pattern on the look, and then the pattern that's on the sleeves, which look like it was added on later, and then the belt is different, and then the bits at the side there that just, they're supposed to be flaring out, but they're not. And then this wig and her makeup. Why purple with all of this? And the pink. She literally looks like she has an infection in her eye. For the red fur filled runway in episode 7, it's Shangela. Again, thinking 75,000 steps ahead. I would have liked this outfit. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how to save this. I don't know what I was going to say. Let's move on. And from the finale, my least favorite look is this look by Trixie, the reveal look for her performance. What is this wrapping paper material and this print and the color even? Like, I don't think it looks good. And the boots that are not actually fitting her. And yeah, the simplicity of it all for something that you were supposed to be crowned in. My least favorite look from this season is is Kennedy's Kitty Girls look. It just pisses me off how she was able to fuck up a silver bodysuit. Like, how do you do that? Why did she add the big sleeves? Why this wig with it? Like, this fuck-ass bob with a very bad ombre. These fucking bangs, little bangs, oh my god. The makeup. And also, why does she always paint like she's like 75 years older than she actually is? From All Stars 2's promo, I think there were a lot of good looks there, but the one that I did not like, or like my least favorite one, is Coco Montrese's look. Neck up. Lovely, fantastic. Love the halo thing that she has there. Love her makeup, love the wig, actually. But everything underneath it, just what the hell. This cheap looking dress with a fucking seam in the middle of it, instead like at least at the side so that you can hide it. The body chain that was clearly not made for her. The random purple cape that also has some black over it, but then also there's this bit with lace underneath it. I don't know like if this was actually hers. Maybe somebody gave this to her. My least favorite entrance look, again, I think they were all very good looks, and my least favorite one, and the one that I actually don't like, is Alyssa Edwards' look. I see what she was going for here. All black, and then she's going to have primary colors as accents, but the actual outfit, I don't like that. What is this material for the cape? Why is it like tied so weirdly to one side? If she was going for primary colors, why have a pink lip? What is this skirt? What is the material of this skirt? What is the point of this like corsety thing that's not actually cinching anything seemingly? Honestly, I think this look would have been better if it were white, so that it's very like striking and colorful and loud, but the way that it stands here, no, it's a little unnerving even. Maybe it's just her face in this photo. For the latex runway in episode 2, my least favorite look is Fifi's look. I just think it's very simple. I don't like this wig with it. And yeah, that's it. Well, actually, that's not it. Oh my god. Pink heels with a dark green wig and yellow on the outfit. No. Hell no, girl. For the future of drag, it's Ginger Minj's look. If this is what future of drag looks like, we're fucking fucked. I don't even think I have to explain why this is so bad. For the 2-in-1 look, of course it has to go to the two looks that are not 2-in-1 looks, but the one that I like less than the other one is Alyssa's look, because the camera dress is just like, okay, so you put cameras on a black dress and that's it. Like, at least Alaska had a concept. For the stand-up, it's both of Fifi and Coco's looks, but Fifi's look is just so unnerving. Well, actually, no, I think Fifi's look might be better than Coco's. For the pants on the runway, my least favorite look is Alaska's look, and it's literally the only look that I don't like. It's so fucking simple. It's, again, these fucking drag queens trying to be patriotic. Like, stop catering to the fucking patriots and Republicans and right in your fucking country. Like, calm the fuck down already with that. But even without that, it's just like the simplicity of it that I don't like. For the makeover, yeah, it's Alaska and her mom. Because again, it's too simple, not well made, the wigs are horrendous. And from the finale, my least favorite look is actually Katya's look, the one that she could have been crowned in. Let's say waist up, I love it. But then this skirt. It poofs out so weirdly and so unevenly. I don't like this print at all. I used to actually like really be into this look, but like now looking at it, like why did it need to have two different prints? It could have been just the print from the top part replicated down on the skirt, and I think it would have been very fine. But also imagine if this dress was just like hugging her body tight, and that would have been it. Imagine how cunty that would have been. My least favorite look from All Stars 2 is, of course, Ginger's future of drag look, because what else would it be? And we have finally reached All Stars 1. And yeah, starting with the promo, it is Tammy Brown. The color blocking is a little weird. I don't think that this is a good mix of colors. I know the point was to be like this neon-y thingy and whatnot, but don't like this mix of colors. And then also, I just don't like this outfit. I think it's too simple. Like, I chose Raven's look because Raven's look is also simple in the outfit, but like the execution of it is just like really fucking cool. This is not cool, it's just kind of there. For the entrance looks, my least favorite look is also Tammy Brown's look, because who is she? Why is she a 60-year-old woman, but like a fancy 60-year-old woman that's going to the market or going out for a walk or like a little get together with her girlfriends? Why is the top purple where everything beneath it is silver black and then a gold necklace and then also red hair? For the duo looks that they had to do on the runway in episode 1, my least favorite look is actually Chad Michaels' look. I know that it's supposed to be, you know, like a mix of her and Chanel's aesthetics, but I only see Chanel in this, and it's like the worst of Chanel. The boob that's showing, the different peacock fabrics and the prints and all of the different colors, the mohawk, but then also some weird thing that's like hugging her head. The makeup here, the cutouts on the dress that are like showing like what, mid-thigh? Like what are we doing here? I don't like this look at all. For the 60s look, I think it's going to go to Latrice. Yeah, I just don't get this look. How is this 60s? And I even was thinking like, okay, maybe she was going for like 60s fashion for like black women. So then I Googled it and like, it's not that. It's not at all. Like this was never 60s. I mean, if I'm wrong, please do tell me because like I could not find that this is like a 60s reference at all. Maybe like in length, but then it should be boxy and hers is not. It's like really flaring all over and I don't like this print. She has again that fuck ass necklace. The hair, I think it needed to be fuller and instead of going in height, I think it needed to go in width. And I guess like bare legs with like stocking is like the most 60s thing that she has on here. For the bad girls looks, it's Alexis Mateo. Why are you a bad girl? Because you're hairy and because you have blotchy yellow, brown and black hair coming off your shoulders and hips, and then also the mukluks that are actually around your like knees or like just a little below your knee instead of going all over the leg. I don't know, this is such an ugly outfit. For the makeover, my least favorite look is Yara Sophia's look because it's a bikini with some dangly bits on it and nothing more. The hair is really fucking cool though. For the alter ego, my least favorite look is Jujubee's look because I just don't think that this dress compared to all of the others, the other three looks, I think is the most simple and it also clearly does not fit Jujubee. I don't get this strap that she has there. Her hair is also a little too flat with it. But the least favorite superhero look is going to be VanMichaels' look because this does not give me superhero. It's also this mix of red, orange, and yellow that I don't like. The makeup and the hair is cool. The outfit, not so much, honestly. I think it's harder to do a superhero look compared to a supervillain because the supervillains are just like kind of cooler always. And the heroes need to be, you know, colorful, kid-friendly even, and all that. Marketable to wider audiences. So you have to kind of like dumb down the aesthetic. And I think this is just a little too simple. And also like her crotch showing. What kind of a superhero are you? And from the top four, again, we're ending on a not hateful note. I liked all of the looks. But like actually, I really do like all of the looks and I cannot choose my least favorite one. But my least favorite look from All Stars 1 is actually going to be VanMichaels' look from episode 1. Inexcusable kitsch. You know, I don't think I have to think a lot about what my least favorite look from All Stars in general is. I would even go as far as saying that this is the worst look of All Stars, maybe the worst drag race look of all time. It is Ginger Minj's future of drag look. It looks insane, it's poorly made, the concept is bad, there's truly not one single good thing here, in my humble opinion. Well, no, not opinion. In my very correct fact. Yes, that's it. Thank you for watching.